John Abrahamson, for those who I've never met. If you hike, I'm JD, Johnny Diva. Good to see a lot of you guys. For a lot of familiar faces here, some who I kind of know through a Kevin Bacon 7 Ways kind of way. Others, I've never met you, but I can see on the look of your face like, God, please don't pick on me right now. I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, weather wasn't branded, right? Like, when I was a kid, you know, you'd have Hurricane Henry or Gloria, whatever it is, right? But you didn't have the polar vortex. You didn't have the Arctic bomb or the cyclone or whatever they call it now. Like, growing up in New England, when we had a storm, we'd call it a big fucking blizzard, you know what I mean? I'd do like Man the Challenge, like, you know. But I'm so late, like I do it 2 years later. Like I just started dabbing in their school. My son would be like, oh, that's not good.
My name is Summer Love. I'm so excited to be doing this. Being that I'm calling in from Utah, I have a severe case of FOMO, fear of missing out. So I'm just using this mic as a prop. But thank you so much for being there, because you're supporting CF and I have cystic fibrosis. And so events like this are super important to me. I have some exciting news, even though John already told you, but last Saturday I turned 40. Yes, my name is really Summer Love. But what some people don't know, my middle name is Megan. So if you say my full name really fast, Summer Megan Love, I have a really good icebreaker on my hands. But if that doesn't, you know, cure the silence when I first meet somebody, I just simply ask them to describe their last vowel movement using a movie title. Today, I'm going to go with A Star is Born. What you don't want is Gone with the Wind. A while back, I had to get a porta-cab. I called it my thipple for third nipple. As a 20-something woman, I was of course very self-conscious about this rather large bump on my chest. I finally decided I was going to embrace it cautiously on a girls' trip to Vegas. In the elevator with a group of guys. They basically smelled like a distillery. I'm just minding my own business when all of a sudden I hear, oh my God, what the hell is that? As you can imagine, I'm 50 Shades of Red and mortified because he's pointing at my thipple. The doors opened to my floor. I looked at him and I said, that's what happens when you go to a third world country and get a boob job. One thing I have learned is people say the craziest things. Some lady approached me at the grocery store after seeing my nipple and told me that her sister also had one, but hers was not cancerous, and she was really distraught and she wanted to know if mine was. So basically, my nipple also doubles as a tumor. Don't even get me started about living life with my pain in the ass sidekick, Henry, aka my oxygen, my ball and chain. I walked into a Boomy Starbucks, and I was meeting a friend. I wanted a drink for right then, and one for when I left. So I wanted to pay for them both in the beginning. Well, this threw the barista for a loop. She was so concerned. How on earth will I remember you? I'm wearing oxygen. You will remember me. So she agreed to let me go pay for both drinks right then. I was visiting with my friend, finishing up. I told the barista, I'll be finishing up soon if you want to get that drink ready. So as I said goodbye to my friend, I grabbed my drink, headed to go, and I was headed out the door. I looked down, and it said, lady with the leash. I guess I have a new icebreaker when I meet new people. Thank you.
All right, so I got some news to share with everyone here today. I started dating again recently. Don't applaud. That shit is horrific. No, Dating in Charlotte is like playing Minesweeper with your heart. If you click in the wrong place, it's gonna blow up in your face. I just came up with that last part. But real quick, if you don't know what Minesweeper is, by the way, just grab your phone, head towards the door, and leave, because I hate you. I need you to stay in your damn lane when it comes to who you're trying to date. Like, they keep a dossier on who you're clicking on, and Hinge will pop up once a day like, hey, buddy. This is awkward, but do you really think that's the gene pool you're swimming in? Why don't you dial it back a little bit there, champ, and maybe you'll have a better chance in the dating pool, right? It's like when you're shopping for cars and you're looking at the Corvettes, and then they run your credit score and sort of politely shepherd you back over toward the Chevy Malibus. Hinge comes at me like, hey, Mr. DiOrio, I see you've been swiping a lot of 8 and 9s lately, and I think that's great. But let me show you something in a 4 that might better suit your current dating needs. Screw you, Hinge. I'm a 6 with a good personality. At least. Quick side note though, my best friends, my 2 best guy friends, are both way better looking than I am. So I'm always walking around wondering how many games of fuck, marry, kill I've died in. I've been killed more times than Kenny from South Park in that freaking game. And then even when you get a date, man, that's not easy. Especially when you're a guy, you gotta know you're always like one awkward hug away from being part of a Netflix documentary. Like you lean in for a kiss, she turns her head this way, you catch the bony part of her chin, and next thing you know, you come home, you turn on HBO Now, and there's a picture of you, some guy narrating in the background like, tonight at 9 o'clock on HBO, we present Turning the Other Cheek. The pathetic story of a man who literally sucked at kissing girls. Hey babe, sun is shining outside, almost as beautiful as you are. Hope you and your friends have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Cringe, right? Or I'm hitting you with this. Hey, wake up, you saber-toothed crotch cricket. I hope you and your shitty friends get kidnapped later. Call me. And for me, the worst part about the friend zone, I never get friend zoned by anybody useful to me. It's never like a state senator or a DUI attorney. It's always some dumpster fire of a human being. Just some wonky-eyed train wreck, bubbling her way through life, one blackout at a time, until that inevitable pregnancy test ends her career, and she lives out the rest of her days oversharing personal information on Facebook, if you know the type. But I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. There's actually a lot of advantages to being single for a long time. Like, you become immune to a lot of the crap that people will pull in relationships. Like the silent treatment. What, are you kidding me? I've gone 9 months without physical contact from another human. And you're gonna not talk to me for 3 hours on a Sunday afternoon? Good luck winning that war of attrition. Everybody, thank you so much. That's my time.
Let's give a round of applause for the Pooch.
I just found this dog. It's not mine, but she makes me feel better about being up here. So her name's Duchess. So, you know, it's interesting. I've thought about life choices for this, and it's a good life choice, obviously, doing this because it's her CF, we're in it to end it. It's also a really shitty life choice because I hang out with half of you on the reg. So if I shit the bed, like, you're not gonna let me live it down. So just see how this plays out. As far as like other life choices, this wasn't actually part of what I practiced. You'll make them sad. I had something rehearsed, but I just have to get something off my chest, and it's like my own form of public punishment. I got so drunk yesterday. I did. And I lost not just my credit card, but Blue Waldo's credit card also. And my ID. So right now, if I get carded, I have my passport. I have to share that. So now when I actually prepared. So that's bad life choices. David goes, I actually have a really good gut, like a good judgment. I just fucking ignore it. So I hate running, and so now I've implemented a rule. Every time I ignore a red flag, I have to run a mile. So far, I've run a 10K in bad dates. And like, I'm not even fucking kidding. I'm scheduled to run a marathon by the end of summer. But I have lost 20 pounds in this little game I play. And when people are like, oh my God, how did you do it? And I was like, literally ignoring my better judgment and poor life choices. So yeah, my dogs kind of help with judgment of character. In case you can't tell, I'm a dog person. And like, they like everybody, so I can only take them with a grain of salt, really. Because like, okay, they like you, that means you're not gonna turn me into a skin puppet. Or like, you're not a serial killer. Yeah, I said skin puppet, Dennis, do it. So, but like, they're good boys, they're both rescues. One came with no priors. Steele, who most of you have met Steele, he came with 3 confirmed kills, and I'm only gonna focus on one of those kills. Because 2 were chickens, I'm like, all right, checks out. But one's a goat.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, and I go to the foster mom, and I was like, all right, tell me about the chickens, and I wasn't intrigued. Then she tells me about the goat, and she goes, hands up. She goes, I don't know about the goat. I can't talk about the goat. And I was like, that's fucking weird. So I decided to go talk to like the head of the rescue, like down the street, and she wasn't there. So I wanted to see the stories like synced up. So the chickens, the stories aligned. I was like, all right, checks out. I go, tell me about the goat. The first woman wasn't there for this. She does the same hands up gesture of, I don't know about the goat. I can't talk about the goat. What the fuck happened with this goat? Like, the goat's Fight Club. Like, we can't talk about the goat. And I'm like, whatever, I love him, wrap him up, pack him in the car, I'll take him. You know? So I'm like, when am I gonna run into a goat? Well, my neighbor got chickens, so we can't walk towards Alexander Michaels anymore, because there's 2 chickens. And then I took him to OMB for their cute little family-friendly Christmas bazaar thing. And they had a petting zoo. And there was a goat. So I'm gonna skip over it, but have you guys seen Finding Nemo?
Yes.
You know the scene, you know the scene where like the shark smells 1 drop of blood and his eyes change?
Yes.
Yeah, we had to go. We had to go before we traumatized like 1 million children. I was petting this goat, I had a white vest, very important to this. I look at white vest. So 20 minutes later of getting him out, talking to him about he's a little fucking like crackhead and addicted to goats, we gotta talk about this. I get home, I take off the white vest, and I throw it on the floor because I'm an animal. And he goes straight for where I was holding the goat and just starts shredding my vest. And I'm like, oh, the goat happened. Like, the goat definitely happened. Yeah, no, they're good boys though, minus like, you know, livestock and murder. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping I'm at time. I'll tell you what.
A lot of my friends asked me, hey David, are you kind of nervous about this? I was like, yeah, not too much. I was like, oh, why not? Well, I don't know. They're like, have you done comedy before? No. Well, then how come you're not nervous? And I was like, it's for charity. What are people going to do, ask for their money back? So the foundation's good. I'm a fair game, though. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and have like 50 Venmo requests from everyone. My name is David. You can find me on Venmo at David_Bach. Didn't mention that. Yeah, it's great. It's all part of my master plan. One of you guys is going to accidentally pay me instead of request money. Don't blame me, blame natural selection. It's just my fault. Sorry. But I'm 28 years old. I've been doing comedy for about 90 Mississippis. Being new to a city has its pluses and its minuses. I mean, you don't know a lot of people, so you don't have a lot of friends to start off, but it kind of gives you a way to get a fresh start and everything. So, as you make more friends, it's good, because when you meet people the first time, what do you talk about? You talk about the weather, you talk about sports teams, whatever.
Cubs!
And the Cubs, yes, absolutely. Whoa. This is not your time. But anyway, what I was getting at is, once you make more friends, you guys can have like deeper conversations, like relationships and other people like that. Some of my close friends I made, her and I were having a conversation about like our sexual history, being like, oh, well, when did you lose your virginity? And she told me, I lost it at 16 and she's 34. And I was like, okay, I lost mine at 22. That was not the joke, you monster! And I'm 28, so I'm like, let me do some quick math here. And I was like, that's 12 years. I was like, you have 12 years on me. No wonder I'm so bad at it. But the invention of Facebook memories has constantly reminded me of my roots and kind of just how awesome it is. Why I felt the need that the world was ending because I had 2 chapters of social studies homework and not 1. The world was coming to an end. I don't know why I thought the internet needed to know that, but confident Facebook memories were just invented just so you could go back and see these horribly cringeworthy moments of like, why did the world need to know this? And I'm not talking like the pictures your mom took at family reunions where she'd be like, over here, David, I want to take your picture. And you'd be like, Mama? No, these are pictures, posts that you are solely responsible for. You and your Motorola Razr, your LG chocolate, probably the new green one. But anyway, I stumbled on one of these posts where I was in high school and I just said something like, oh, I'm so tired from studying for these AP exams, I can't wait for summer to be here. Ugh, friggin' school. David, you were an Eagle Scout, you were in band. Don't fake this teen angst crap, nobody's buying it. I think I was most ashamed that I used the word friggin' in a sentence and posted it on the internet. I'm older now, I guess I just can't comprehend how friggin' cool I was. But apparently I needed to proclaim to the world that David Bach is a baller, comma, you know it. And I'm not saying the word you, the letter U. I like to think though, coming up here and making a fool of myself for CF makes me a little cooler though, so thank you guys.
I'm so nervous. I don't even know what this is about. My husband's here. Hey. He said, I've never seen you so nervous, and I'm like, because I started writing this like an hour ago. So y'all bear with me, all right? I love you all. Apparently you lost my password. It gave me my security set, questions that I set up years ago, like 100 years ago. And it said, what is your favorite ice cream? My answer, all. Proceed to the next round. Second question, when you are on death row, what is your last meal? Who wrote these questions, first of all? My answer, a number 5, double beefy taco, hold the beef. Because I'm pretty sure when I'm on death row, I'm still going to be on the diet. But Michelle said when I walked in tonight, you've lost weight, you look great. Oh my God, are you divorced? Do you still have dairy? Because you're down to your date weight. I can assure you, Terry's still here. Thank you, Michelle, for those triathlons. The extreme height for CF. I do none of them fast, all of them slow, but I do it for the medal, the trophy, the pin, the award. So some of you here know my best friend, Christy Derryberry. Who knows Christy? She's not here, so this joke just got a lot better. And a couple of years ago, she said, we should run the Chicago Marathon. Okay, let's do it. So we trained so hard for 9 months. Like, I gave up bread once a week, and I trained for this marathon. We were so on it. And we got there, we did the marathon, got done. Well, let me back up. This was on the cards, let me back up. At mile 16, Christy fractured her foot. I don't know what happened, I know, whoa, it was bad. And I said, we should stop. We should really stop, because you're in pain, and it's 10.2 miles more. That 0.2 is more important. That's where the wine came in. And I said, we should stop. And she said, F you, wait a second. We have trained, we are doing this, we are doing it. And so we proceeded. The Chicago Marathon, I don't know if you know about it, it is probably the most well-supported marathon. People come for hours away with their families. The 26 miles is full of people supporting you all the way. We get to mile 16, Christy breaks her foot, we keep going, and all of a sudden, parents are taking their kids home fast. Because Tourette's has set into Christy, and she is singing words that children should never hear. Every step. So we get through, we finish, we cross the finish line together. It was a beautiful moment. We get medals, we get Mylar, blankets, we get a banana because that's gonna help. And here comes my Jerry with a cab through the detour, through the barricades, because he said, you're not gonna walk 2 miles, we're gonna get you a cab. So we get in the cab, Mylar, medals, beautiful trophies around our neck. And the cab driver who didn't, I don't speak good English either. The cab driver did not speak good English. He said, you run a race today? Yes, we did. We just finished the Chicago Marathon, the premier marathon in the world. I just named it that because I finished. And he said, race over a long, long time ago, no? Yes, the race for some. I mean, let's be honest, the Kenyans were already back in Africa that won the race. And Christy and I and Carrie are sitting in the back seat. And Christy said, my BFF, bad decision maker, that would be BDM. My BDM said, that means something else, doesn't it? Rewind. Christy said, can you take us to a convenience store? We need some beer and some cigarettes. And I said, and some liquor, hard liquor. And the cab driver said, you need liquor? Cigarette? Yes, we do. And this is a cystic fibrosis event, so we don't smoke. We just wanted to hold them in case someone wanted to borrow. But I didn't want the liquor. I wanted the liquor. So he said, you want liquor? You want cigarette? And we said, yes, we do. And he said, maybe that's why you not win. That was the day Abdul became my life coach. So as John mentioned, the last time I was here, we talked about airports a lot, because I spend a lot of my time in airports. I travel a lot. And I'm writing a book. I'm still writing it. I was writing it. Thank you. I'm still writing it from 2 years ago, and it's called Shit People Do on a Plane. You see it, right? I mean, these people have lost their damn minds on the planes. And I got on a plane a couple weeks ago, and there was a girl right beside me in 12C, and she's about my age. She's 28. Are you laughing? Not on the cue card. People laugh. No? So she's about my age. She's got on pajamas, full slip-on pajamas with cats in them. You know, they're cats. Slippers, an eye mask, silk pillow. She is in it for the long haul. She sits down beside me, about to go night-night, and I'm like, oh, God love her, bless her heart. So I let her sleep, and 1 hour later, I wake her up and say, honey, we're in Knoxville. It was a 1 hour flight. Rip Van Winkle did not prepare that much for his winter sleep. But let's talk about these women that wear words, ironed-on words on their butt through the airport. She ain't got no damn mirror or no damn friends, because her friend would not let her out of the house. Gretchen, Stephanie, Nicole, Sally, you would never let me out. Carol, you might let me out. 2 weeks ago, I was in Chicago. A woman walked by me. A grown-ass woman walked by me with Juicy across her. Juicy. It was so big. How big was it? It was so big, it looked like it said Judge Judy. I was 9 years old. I had my best friend, pre-Christy, pre-bad decision maker best friend. I had a best friend named Jennifer, and she was being raised by her grandparents. And they took me on all their vacations. They were awesome. And one year we went to St. Augustine when I was 9. And that was back when, if some of you are really my age, you remember we did iron-on letters on our shirts with our name. Like, it might say Anissa. And it might say many other boyfriends before Jerry. Down this side. And on the front, you got to pick your iron-on. Well, mine was a Jeep, because I'm a Jeep girl. I've always loved Jeeps. I still drive a Jeep today. Love Jeeps. So I was so proud of this iron-on. And my best friend Jennifer's grandparents were raising her, and they were in their 70s. And they let me pick my own. So 10 days later, we roll up in Charlotte. Now, I have been wearing this shirt for 10 days straight, because that's what 9-year-olds do with a new shirt. You wear it every day, because it's the best, most cool shirt ever. So I'm wearing it, and I roll up in my mama's house, and my mama said, what is that? And I said, it's my new shirt, Miss Faye and Mr. Furman brought me. She said, take it off right now. Last time I ever saw that shirt, I saw my daddy with some lighter fluid going to the backyard, and my shirt went up in flames. And like, I don't know, 30 years later, it hit me as to why I didn't get to wear that shirt. It said, four-wheelers eat more bush. For 10 days straight, across Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, four-wheelers eat more bush. And I was wearing it like the 9-year-old lesbian that I wanted to be. I miss that shirt, and I miss my friend Jennifer. So that's all I have to say. And thank you for being here. It's a wonderful cause that I care so much about, and all of you care about. Thanks for being here. John.
I don't expect to see anybody from everybody's going to the bathroom right now. I was like, we're gonna call this guy up and then we all gonna shit right now. It's all meet in the bathroom and decide if we like this guy. Now we can Skype it, we just brought someone in from Utah, it's fine. I've been to Utah once, it's just mountains and Mormons, that's all it is. Mountains and mountains. It's good, the whole front row is gone, that's how I like my shows. It's a good stairs. Like, does this name mean something I should know about? I had 3 baby makers last night. I don't want any of those babies. It's good to be here, man. It's good to be out of the house. I'm proud of you guys for making it out tonight. It's good. I'm just way more paranoid than I used to be. I was a lot braver 10 years ago, right? I'd go out, get hammered, hop in a car with anybody, black out, and the middle of nowhere, still get to work on time, no problem. Now if I leave my place, Uber scares me a little bit. Like I start thinking too much, I'm like, all these things going on in the world, and I'm just gonna get into a car with you just because you've had 9 less beers than me, and it seems like a good idea. I turn into like a paranoid chick in the back seat and just texting my friends like, if I don't make it home by 2:30, it was Gary in a Civic. It's not playing any music right now. 2 stars and I die tonight. This is bullshit. And they made an app, they made millions of dollars, right? It's basically hiring a designated driver, right? I remember when having a designated driver was just the person who drank a little bit less than everybody else that night. All right, guys, put your tabs out real quick. Mike, you only had 2 shots and 6 beers. Guess what, asshole? You're taking us home tonight. You know? And it's sad to say it, man. We had to be better drunk drivers back in the day. Like, I had to be more efficient of a drunk driver. Like, I'm gonna do these shots right before I leave, so they don't kick in until I get home in 15 minutes. Driving home pirate drunk? Everybody's driven pirate drunk once in their life. You got one eye closed and shit. It's the middle of winter, I got my head out the window like Ace Ventura. That's how it ends, that's how it all ends. I'm going back to smoking weed like an adult. It's my drug of choice, I enjoy it. I don't even know, I live here, I don't even know what's legal here yet. I can't keep up with which state it's legal in. I need a spreadsheet or something, or somebody email me when I cross the border. Welcome to Los Angeles, you can smoke all the dope you want, perfect. But I'm not a stereotypical pothead, right? I don't just smoke it, sit around, stare at the wall, and think of dumb shit all day. That's not what I use it for. I use it as like an antidepressant, okay? It takes you from a completely horrible mood to, all right, I'll go to the store. So I know what brand I'm getting. Like, you don't go into a store to pick out jeans and accidentally walk out with grapes. It doesn't work out that way. With weed, you don't know where you're getting into after you try it. That's a little bit dangerous. Like, what is this? Gout weed? I can't feel my foot. This is diabetic weed, my shins are numb. This isn't what I wanted. There's always one guy who tries to make you feel better. He's like, don't worry, bro. No one's ever OD'd from smoking marijuana. Which sounds fine, but I'm so high and paranoid, I'm like, I'm gonna be the one. My mom's gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna die with Doritos on my chest. There's Reese's peanut butter cup wrappers everywhere. This crime scene is delicious. Better take an Adderall and clean this shit up real quick. Like, yeah, those millennials. Then I found out I am a millennial. I just Googled, like, what years are millennials born in? I was like, holy shit, I'm one of them. I digress. Group texting, yeah, all right. I think group texting is the high school cafeteria communication. That's all it is. You got 7 people over here talking shit, 5 people over here talking shit about them, and everybody's screenshotting the conversation, sending it to the one person they like the most. That's all that's happening. Like, you ever just wake up in the morning, like 83 text messages and go, I guess I'm just gonna not know what happened last night. I'm not scrolling back through these hieroglyphics to figure out what was going on. Unless you're in the conversation as it happens, none of that stuff makes sense to you at all. There's all these letters ending words and emojis. Like, how many eggplant emojis do you need to get your point across, Mike? And if you guys don't know what an eggplant emoji stands for, I was in the grocery store the other day. That is not a good representation of a penis at all. Eggplants are like this wide. That is a tremendous amount of girth. If that's the type of dick you're into, man, you need therapy and some frozen peas. It's gonna be a long weekend. There we are. Good to see you. Everybody's paying attention. If you could install a couch, a TV, and decent Wi-Fi, I would move into an apartment right now. We're alone or listening here. How much is the rent to install at Sheets? How much a month? Oh, there's snacks and beer outside. I don't need a pool. I need Doritos. This is perfect. I'm moving in. Signing the lease. Just think we take things too far, though, too. The gluten-free thing, the keto diet, and now he was talking, everybody cares about calories now, too. How many calories are in that? Used to be like one dude eating chicken breast, worked out too much. Now every single person cares about calories. Now your 80-year-old grandma cares about calories. How many calories are in that? Why do you care? Thanks, Grandma. YOLO, I guess. Is the cholesterol gonna take a couple weekends off? Enjoy the rest of your life. No, I'm not trying to be a dick, I'm just cynical. I know I'm not making it to 80. That is like 25 years past the finish line for me. If I make it to 80, my dick will be out all day. Sun's out, balls out, let's do this. Put sunscreen on the tip like you see on some people's noses. It's best yard in the cul-de-sac, 13 years in a row.
She's an anchor. Even if I know that also all you said is like 7 lines and you're talking to your brother's girlfriend or whatever. That's fine. I'm not doing this. This is a benefit show. I was just kidding around and now it's getting angry like mom, like dad punched mom at the dinner table or some shit. You can eat. It's fine. You can eat. It's fine. It's fine. You can eat. It's fine. We do this all the time. It's fine. Fighting is part of it. Fight. You fight. You love. It's balance. Yeah. I guess actually I prefer you to be on your phone. Cell phones are a big part of our lives. No matter where we go, what we do, you go out to dinner with each other, somebody's on their phone, they're talking about dating apps, all this weird stuff. I just think it's weird that we judge people by what phone they have now. Like, I'm an insecure dude, I can't go out to the bar and pull out my phone without some girl being like, oh, that's an iPhone 4? Well, I have the new iPhone 10 or whatever. I was like, we also have a mustache, all right? Stop using the Snapchat filters. Trim that shit up once a week. If I gotta trim my earlobes to be on this date, you should trim them. But I get it, man. We just want the next coolest thing is what I'm getting at. Like, you get the next coolest phone, you want to have it, which impresses people. Like, I miss flip phones, man. I think having a flip phone was very underrated. Because I think having a flip phone was the best way to hang up on people, ever. Like, it's a tiny phone, but you feel like a badass every time. I actually keep a flip phone around and had all my breakups. It was like, all right, game over, I'm breaking up with you, goodbye, bam, done. I can't do that with a smartphone, it looks stupid. All right, game over, I'm breaking up with you, goodbye. Siri, hang up on this bitch for me. I'm just saying some of you are better adults than me. I'm not an adult. I feel like I was better at life when I was a kid, you know? I was definitely tougher when I was a kid, because I would like scrape my knee and go right back to playing. But now if I scrape my knee, I'm like, I'm gonna call off work tomorrow. I'm not gonna put on pants. Just gonna sit naked in a beanbag chair for 6 hours, smoke a joint, drink bourbon, and wonder where all went wrong, right? Hashtag personal day, Your childhood's important. We got a lot of kids we're dealing now, taking kids up through a weird era, a weird time. I don't like being an adult now, but I liked when I was a kid. That's kind of a weird concept to have. You know? I don't like being an adult in this society, but I liked when I was a child. I don't want to grow up now. I had a good childhood, you know? Everybody takes care of your problems when you're a kid. Like, I didn't have any real world problems when I was growing up. I just had like one weird disability that nobody understands. Like, I'm colorblind, which nobody gets. So every time a girl finds out, it's always the same conversation. So what colors can you see? I'm like, I see most of them. I'm not a deer, all right? Try to explain it to them, they blend together. I pick out the wrong Gatorade. Sometimes I stop at flashing yellow lights, shit like that. It's as dangerous as it gets. But they still try to play that same game with me, right? So what color is my shirt? What color are the curtains? What color is that guy's hat? That's a horrible game for me to play. You don't ask someone with a disability to repeat the one disability they have over and over again. They'll go to do with no hands and be like, hey man, type up this email for me real quick. Shoot me a text when you're done with it. Get T9 Word on my flip phone. It's really hard to do with thumbs, huh? I'm just saying, when you become friends with people, then sometimes you move different directions, right? Which is weird. Like all my friends, we're all in different places in our life. Like all my friends have like mortgages and investments and kids, and all I have is like weird sex stories. So I have nothing good to contribute to the conversation. So we're all at dinner and my buddy's wife is like, so Todd, what's new with you? I'm like, well, 3 weeks ago after sex, some of my balls disappeared. Which that can happen, apparently. I looked down and I looked like a half-drank Capri Sun. I was like, oh dear God. Is it coming back? Or I just got David Blaine by my own testicle. You know how hard it is to Google your symptoms and pee at the same time? I just yelled on the phone. I was like, Siri, I only got one ball. Like 52 websites came up. None of them were appropriate at all. I don't have a lot of go-to moves in the bedroom. I got like 3 go-to moves and a high five in the morning. That's how it works. Like, good game. Here's an English muffin for the road. You did good last night. Like, I saw the previews for 50 Shades of Grey or whatever. I was like, I'm never gonna do any of this stuff, ever. First off, I don't have the legal team to back me up. She changes her mind halfway through. Just tied up in my apartment, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Well, you signed the waiver, and you know, skills is a safe word, so buckle up. I think it's a misconception. Society tells you, like, young, single people are the freaky ones in the bedroom. I don't think that's true at all, man. You can't come out with your weird stuff the first weekend. It doesn't work out that way. These people have been in relationships for years. You guys are the ones coming up with the weird shit because you're trying to switch it up. Like, I don't know how some of you eat breakfast with each other after the shit you just did to each other the night before. Just reading the newspaper like nothing happened. So, how's your omelet? Can we talk about what you did with your thumb last night? Would you learn Spanish? That was amazing. Just black out, wake up, stuck in a sex swing, eat waffles. Babe, I need more syrup. And a heating pad. I think I blew out my ACL last night. Just stop playing Hunger Games on a weeknight.